Ryan Coleman had spent 4 difficult years raising his 7-year-old daughter Ava after losing his wife to illness. Living in a modest apartment outside Dallas, Texas, he worked long hours as an auto mechanic. Though money remained scarce, Ryan taught Ava that honesty was life's greatest treasure because character always outlasted wealth and temporary success. Every evening, Ava waited inside the small repair shop finishing homework, while Ryan repaired old pickup trucks. Customers respected his integrity because he never charged for unnecessary repairs. Some months barely covered rent, yet Ryan refused dishonest shortcuts. He believed every difficult season eventually rewarded those who stayed faithful to doing what was right. Across the city, Camille Whitmore built one of America's fastest-growing technology companies. As a billionaire female CEO, she managed billion-dollar deals daily. Despite enormous success, endless meetings left little room for trust. Years surrounded by greedy people taught Camille to question nearly everyone's motives whenever money or valuable possessions became involved in business. One rainy Friday afternoon, Ryan stopped beside a downtown sidewalk after noticing a small velvet case lying near a luxury shopping district. Curious pedestrians walked past without noticing, opening it only enough to identify the owner. He froze. Inside rested a dazzling diamond necklace worth nearly $10 million, along with a business card and a note bearing an appointment reminder belonging to Camille Whitmore. Ryan immediately searched online for Camille's company headquarters before driving there. Security officers looked suspicious when the grease-covered mechanic explained why he had arrived. Many assumed someone dressed in worn work clothes couldn't possibly possess the CEO's missing necklace. Nevertheless, one assistant agreed, contacting Camille before involving police or making accusations against the honest stranger. Camille hurried downstairs, expecting another complicated security issue. The moment Ryan quietly handed over the velvet case, she quickly examined everything. The necklace remained untouched, every diamond exactly where it belonged, the clasp still perfectly intact. Shock replaced suspicion because nobody had ever returned something so enormously valuable without requesting anything in return. Grateful yet curious, Camille offered Ryan a generous reward. He smiled politely before refusing. "My daughter already thinks I'm rich," he explained softly. "She believes honesty makes someone wealthier than money ever could." Those simple words stayed inside Camille's mind long after Ryan quietly walked away toward his aging pickup truck without another expectation. Unable to stop thinking about the encounter, Camille asked her driver to discreetly follow Ryan. She expected discovering hidden motives eventually. Instead, they arrived outside a tiny apartment building where Ryan greeted neighbors warmly before carrying groceries upstairs. Moments later, Camille watched through the distance as Ava excitedly hugged her father after another exhausting day at work. Curiosity overcame hesitation. Camille approached carrying fresh fruit she'd purchased nearby. Ryan looked surprised seeing her again. Ava politely invited the elegant stranger inside. The apartment contained secondhand furniture, family photographs, and carefully repaired household items. Nothing suggested dishonesty despite the enormous fortune Ryan could easily have kept without immediate suspicion from anyone at all. During dinner, Camille noticed Ava thanking her father before every meal. Ryan explained gratitude mattered because many families possessed less. Ava proudly described helping classmates collect school supplies for struggling children. Camille quietly realized this humble home contained something missing throughout many luxurious mansions she'd visited: peace, kindness, laughter, and unconditional love shared without conditions every single ordinary day. Before leaving, Camille asked Ryan why he never kept even part of the necklace's worth. Nobody would likely have known. Ryan answered calmly, "The world already has enough people teaching children shortcuts. My daughter deserves an example she'll proudly remember long after I'm gone." Camille drove home deeply moved, unable to forget those heartfelt words or humble wisdom. The following Monday, Camille invited Ryan to company headquarters. Expecting another thank you, he instead found executives waiting inside the boardroom. Camille announced her foundation plan, launching a nationwide vehicle donation program supporting struggling single parents. She wanted Ryan directing community operations because integrity couldn't be taught through resumes alone. It required living proof before genuine trust could truly flourish. Ryan hesitated. Managing such responsibility seemed overwhelming compared with repairing engines. Camille smiled confidently. "You repaired something far more valuable than cars," she explained. "You restored my faith that honest people still exist." Encouraged by Ava's excitement, Ryan accepted, promising every donated vehicle would reach families genuinely needing another opportunity to rebuild their lives together. Months later, thousands of reliable vehicles reached hardworking single mothers and fathers nationwide. Families found better jobs, children reached safer schools, and communities flourished. Employees admired Ryan's practical leadership because every decision reflected compassion instead of publicity. Camille proudly watched the program expand beyond expectations, proving honesty created opportunities impossible for wealth alone to purchase or manufacture. Ava loved visiting company events where volunteers celebrated families receiving transportation. During one ceremony, she quietly whispered, "Daddy, you really are rich." Ryan smiled knowingly. Camille overheard those words, understanding their deeper meaning completely. Wealth wasn't measured by bank accounts. It appeared through trust earned, promises kept, and lives transformed because someone chose integrity above personal gain. Reporters eventually discovered the remarkable story behind the successful charity program. Headlines praised the single father who returned a $10 million diamond necklace instead of changing his own financial situation overnight. Interviews focused less upon Camille's fortune and more upon Ryan's character. Millions admired the ordinary mechanic who whose extraordinary honesty inspired countless strangers across America to believe goodness still existed. One evening, Camille visited Ryan and Ava again, not a CEO but his family friend. Together they shared homemade dinner, laughter, and memories. Looking around the simple apartment, Camille realized following Ryan home had unexpectedly changed her own life. She found something priceless that money never purchased. People whose friendship existed without contracts, status, expectations, or hidden motives. Years later, Ava graduated with honors, while Ryan and Camille proudly applauded together. During her speech, Ava thanked her father for returning a necklace instead of keeping its worth. That decision, she smiled, didn't make us poorer. It opened every door our family ever needed. The audience stood applauding, reminded that honesty often creates miracles impossible for wealth alone to achieve. If this story moved you, hit subscribe to USA Enlightened Stories so you never miss the next one, and drop a comment below telling us what part touched you most.